Good evening and welcome to the first live Sheff United Way quiz. I did some non-interactive ones in lockdown, which I enjoyed, but seeing the whites of the guest eyes, that's what we want to see. That'll be much more entertaining. That sounded really weird. So I'm just going to bring Ollie in because, he'll offset my weirdness, won't you, Ollie?
Oh yeah, I'll make you feel much better. Everyone will be like, "Oh, Nick's weird, but that Ollie's normal." Yeah, this'll go well.
Well, you're going to be my co-quiz master tonight, and also you're going to be keeping the score, aren't you?
I'm going to try my best, but you are going to need to re-explain the rules because you introduced some new scoring system earlier that I wasn't fully sold on.
Yeah, I did it last minute, didn't I? And that's never good. Never, ever good. Now, let me run through some of the rules. So it's going to be really, really simple, as Ollie's just alluded to. So there will be two guests. We've got 20 questions, which are broken down into 5 questions across 4 rounds. You have to be a Patreon member to enter the quiz. But if you aren't, you can absolutely join in on home or online. Pop your answers in the comments, but the guys are not allowed to look at them, obviously. If you would like to be a Patreon member and join in with the quiz in future, you can win prizes as well. There will be prizes, and I will be letting them know just before we start what the prizes are. They don't know what these prizes are. Ollie does, actually. You're making a face like you don't know. You do know.
Well, I'm just trying to build excitement, Nick. It's that sort of vibe, innit? You're like, "Ooh, I wonder what it could be." I know what it is, but, let's not let everybody behind the curtain.
He's such a good guy. Such a good guy. Now, so join the Patreon and support the channel. Go to patreon.com/Sheff United Way or click the link in the description. If it's not already in there, I will put it in afterwards. So if you want to be involved in one of these quizzes in the future, that's all you need to do. So our first contestant has previously been a contributor on the channel back in the Fans React days and sits on the South Stand for the home games. Mr. Jono, how are you doing, mate? It's great to have you on board.
Pleased to be here. Nervous. Don't want to make a tit out myself, but looking forward to it. Should be good. Should be a good evening.
Well, that were a great start to a PG channel. 5 seconds into Jono's live debut. No, it's okay. That's absolutely fine. And next we have got Callum, who also sits on the South Stand. And actually, we had a little bit of a sliding doors moment for the last home game because I was talking to Jono, and just as Jono was leaving, Callum joined. So did you two switch places?
Pretty much.
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't realise that actually as well. So that's a shame we didn't get to meet face to face, Johnny.
Next time,
buddy.
Yeah, I'm sure you will do. So, welcome to the stream. The prizes are, for the winner of this game today, the prizer will win a Sheffield United shirt of their choosing from the club shop.
Wow.
And the runner-up/loser will receive a Sheff United Way mug. So I don't know how,
win-win.
Which one would you rather have, guys? It's so tight. There we go. The stunned into silence. Yeah. Before we start the quiz, though, what I will say is that the scoring system that Ollie alluded to earlier on. So I'm going to be asking one question to, say, Callum, for instance, if he gets the first question, second question to Jono, third question to Callum. There's 5 questions per round, so it's all swings and roundabouts. You'll all get just as many questions on your first go. If the person that I asked the question to first gets it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, the other person can steal and get 2 points.
Ooh. The jeopardy.
The jeopardy. Now, Ollie, no. There's one last thing before we get going, because this is for who gets to go first, right? Are you ready for this, guys? I'm going to pop it up on screen now. Ollie, what's going on?
I know. It's not on, is it? But we have got some Sheffield United branding. And I think we have to respect the meaning behind the question. Callum gets the first question. It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Can't argue with that.
Unless Jono's got a red Sheff United shirt on there. There's a little bit of red. No.
No.
Never mind. He's got his Wales rugby shirt on underneath there. Anyway, so the first round is going to be season firsts. Okay. And I'm going to go into the first question. You ready, guys? So Callum is first. Question number 1. Who scored the first Sheffield United goal this season?
Oh, blimey.
If he's struggling at this one, Ollie.
Do you know what? I mean, it's not that I'm struggling. It's just that we've had that many few goals this season that it's pinpointing it down. Oh, blimey!
How many seconds we giving him, Ollie?
It wasn't. I think it was 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗶. Wait for it.
Yes, he's got it.
I thought, you know what? It can't have been that stunner that Hamer scored at Forest, and it was.
It was indeed.
There it is on screen right now. So let's go into the second question. 1-0 to Callum. Let me find the second question. There we are. Number 2. Where did our first point come from this season? And there's a little bit of a pointer in that question.
Yeah, I think, was it Everton at home? The draw.
Was it Ollie?
It was indeed Everton at home. A 2-2 draw. I nearly got the score wrong. That would have been a good start.
Shall we pop some on screen? So, yeah, we've got a few people who got it right.
Yeah.
Archer. Okay, yeah, Archer is sort of correct. 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗃. There we go. We've got a few people in the comments. Let's see how we go. So, next question. Number 3, Callum. Who received the first booking of the season? Now, this is a tough one. You can think out loud if you like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a number that I think anyone would be a good shout, but one that's coming to mind, I just think is 𝗍𝗍𝗶𝗃, to be honest with you.
It's a good shout, but Ollie, is it right?
It is not right. So the question does pass. Our first double point opportunity, Jono. Oh, it's a big one.
I mean, I'm going to guess it with at Palace. It's got to have been the first game of the season.
Can we tell him that that's right, Ollie?
I'll go for a defender. Egan probably started. It's probably not, but I'll go Egan.
Oh, it's a good guess from both players, but both are wrong. Has anybody in our comment section picked this one up? Yes, we have got someone who has got it nailed on. Corzard Jr. It was indeed 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗃. And people might not remember this, but I'll give you the scenario.
I remember it now.
He got booked for time wasting. First game of the season, about 20 minutes in. Because do you remember the new rule where you can't kick the ball away? Whatever happens, you can't kick the ball away. That we forgot about 6 months ago. Sewell got booked for it. First game of the season.
Good knowledge. I remember it now. I've seen it. I remember it.
Yeah.
Good work.
Knowledge.
Unbelievable. Now, so interesting. Can Jono go in front for the first time? Question number 4. Who gave away our first penalty of the season? I think that's a slightly easier one than Callum got, Ollie.
I think it's easier. It's easier, but that puts more pressure on now.
Also, let us know in the comments, guys.
I'm trying to think if one of Forest's 2 goals was a pen.
Do you remember what the game was, Jono?
I'm thinking I was thinking Forest away. I know Chris Wood got. I think it was a penalty now.
My son's just come home. If you can hear some moaning in the background. Meh, meh.
See, my head's spinning and thinking if he gave that. I'm going to say, I think it's wrong. I'm going to say Bogle, but I'm not convinced.
I think that's recency bias, don't you, Ollie? The fact that he's given away about 7 penalties in one game.
Lots in the last few weeks, hasn't he? But
Yeah, if we only got our first penalty about 6 weeks ago, you'd have been spot on, Jono. But unfortunately, no, that wasn't the first of the season, so it passes again. Can Callum convert his 2-pointer?
See, I think it was the City game at home. Now I could be wrong.
I think Jono might have got it. I think Jono might have got it from you just saying that.
Not doing a bell.
And I'm trying to remember because obviously Haaland missed that penalty that was given. Now 𝗬𝗚𝗚 was the one who gave the ball away for the second goal, but not the penalty. I want to say Egan actually.
Ding 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 ding! He's in. It was of course John Egan. He gave it away for handball, and I was talking to Nick earlier actually because we let you behind the curtain. We asked a couple of these questions to each other earlier, and I was saying that my dad and my uncle are still really angry and convinced that this wasn't a penalty. And I'll be honest, I think it was the most nailed-on handball penalty that you're ever going to see. So
he's had a few of those.
That shows you a little bit of bias that comes through in the fans.
Absolutely. So what's the score? 3-1. I'm going to sell it. I've already lost count, so I'm glad you're keeping score. Question 5, and this is for Callum. The Blades' first penalty came from a Scott McTominay handball, but which Blades caused the handball to occur? Another hard question for Callum.
That's a tough one. I mean, if you'd have asked me who shoved McAtee in the back and should have had the second penalty against Man United, I'd have been our very own Harry Maguire. This one is just going to be a bit of a guess because I can remember the situation, but I just can't. I'm not going to go. Hamer's in my mind, but you've already had an answer for Hamer, so I'm going to say.
Does he think we're that basic, Ollie?
Oh, blimey. Was it Bogle?
Is that your final answer?
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Do you know what? I don't think I'd get that one, so I'm happy to pass that one. That's a good question again.
Oh, to level the scores then after round 1, Jono.
So again, I can see the cross coming in.
Yeah.
And my initial guess was I was thinking Hamer. I'm going to say you are that simple. I'm going to say Hamer.
I've mugged him right off there, Ollie, answer.
You've mugged them both off. But to be fair, you mugged me off because when he asked me this question, I also said Hamer and I was wrong as well. The answer is James McAtee. He was the one who went down, put that ball in, got the handball. We've got some in our comments, I think, who'd managed to pick that one out. We've got Ian Turner, 𝗏𝗄𝗏, Gaza from S2. So some people were there. Just
Gaza's on a he's on a run here. Gaza.
𝗏𝗏𝗏 is as well. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is loving life right now.
So McAtee should have had 2 penalties then in that game.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the end of round 1, and that's 3-1, Ollie.
3-1 in Callum's favour at the end of round 1.
The shirt is going to Callum as of right now. Next up, we've got player journeys. Ooh. Now, these are, I'm going to show you a bunch of players that have played for certain teams. It's going to be their career, and there's going to be one question mark, and that is the team that you need to guess. Now, there's no loans in here. They are all permanent signings. So if there's any that you can remember that are loans, it's not that one. So, Ollie, do you want to bring them up?
I will indeed. So, question 6, aimed at Jono. This is Jack Robinson's career path. But what team did he play for between Liverpool and Notts Forest?
Pretty certain. Hoping it wasn't alone. QPR.
Hey!
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey.
3-2. He's back in the game.
Back in it, pulling it back.
You see, he's getting there. He's getting there. So, Callum, to maintain that lead, don't give him the opportunity to go ahead here. Adam Davis' career path. Who did he play for before moving to Stoke City?
It's another tough one.
Yeah, some stinkers, as Callum.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not confident at all. I'll be honest, I've never really heard of Davies before we signed him from Stoke anyway. I mean, he is Welsh, so I don't know if that gives us any kind of but I don't know if that's too simple again. So no, I'll go one of them, and I'm in my mind I'm just thinking more Swansea, so I'll go Swansea City.
Oh, he's not correct.
I really don't have a clue on that one, unfortunately.
No, I was going down the Welsh route, and then I remembered. I'm sure he played under 𝗍𝗂 at Barnsley.
Hey!
There we go.
He's got
and
it.
Look at that. That's how quickly it turns in a Sheff United way quiz, Nick. We thought that Callum had got the lead. Callum was taking the shirt. Suddenly he's behind. It's 4-3 to Jono. And it's Jono's question. He's got a question in hand. Oh, how are you going to catch him? Oh,
the drama.
So, question number 8, Jono. Where's Fotheringham's career journey? And where did he go before joining Swindon Town? So before he was known as League One Wes, where was he playing his football?
I have not a clue.
That shows me that you didn't watch a video I did about Wes Fotheringham that came out earlier this season, but I won't hold it against you, Jono.
I do apologise. This will obviously be my punishment for not watching that. Where would he before Swindon? I'm just going to pluck up, because he went from Fulham, so another Londonish club, Leyton Orient.
Don't mind the logic, Nick. I don't mind the logic, but it's not correct. It was not Leyton Orient. So the question does pass, Callum.
Not a tough one, this one.
Somebody's right in the comments. Someone's got
one
it.
Of our comments
I bet it's Gazza again. I mean, he's a lot older than people think, Wes, as well. So he's had a long career. Swindon Rangers. I kind of feel like it was a bit of a championship size. I'm just going to pluck a really obscure one. Derby County.
I didn't see the logic to that one. I will.
No, it was just in my mind. I don't know. That is, Wes didn't have a career until he went to Swindon for me. So that's where he became League One Wes. So
actually, that is correct, because Fulham and the next team he played 0 games for. So he technically didn't have a career.
That's a mean question, isn't
it? I'm quite interested to see who this one was, actually.
Patterson got it in our comments. It was Crystal Palace. That's where he went upon leaving Fulham. And if you read Roy's view from, I actually think this was referenced by the Palace fans as well in some of their comments before we played them just a couple of weeks ago about him potentially being in our team, having been a youth player at Crystal Palace. So up next, back across to Jono. No, to Callum, because Jono had the last one. God, this is getting confusing already. Do I even know the score?
Are we still 4-3?
Still 4-3. Jono's in the lead. We know where we're at. Hopefully, this one's a little bit easier for you, albeit you have to have a little bit more of a memory. Where did Sheffield United get 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗶 from? After he'd left Bolton, played for another side before joining United on a free transfer a long old time ago.
Blackpool.
Straight to business. That's what we like to see.
Callum's finally got an easier question.
He has indeed. And yet the easiest in the entire quiz is going to come next, because you might have thought you got an easy one, Callum, but wait till you get this one for Jono. The last one of our player journeys round. Where was John Egan before signing for Sheffield United for what at the time was a club record fee?
So you've put the pressure on now, because if I get it wrong, then I'm going to look like that word I can't say. But I'm pretty certain it was Brentford.
It was indeed. That is correct. Of course, at that time, we had both Egan and O'Connell who joined us from Brentford, and we were enjoying the business that we were getting out of that club. So, 5-4 by my count at the end of round 2. Jono now in the lead. Jono looking to try and take away that United shirt of his choosing from the website. Nick, what's round 3?
Round 3, and I'm really excited for this one because I don't know where this came from, but it's called This End, That End, or Both. And this is, I'm going to pluck out a player that played in a match and scored at least 1 goal, and you've got to guess whether it was scored at the Kop end, the away end, or if they scored both. So,
yeah, this is honestly when he sent me the idea for this round, I was like, Jesus, this is hard. Like, what is this?
So let's go straight into it, I reckon. So, Ollie, this is your round. Go for it. Question 11.
Oh, you've got me again. Jesus, I'm getting excited as a quiz master now. I'm taking control. So, first question up goes to Callum by my count. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm asking it there, so you're going to have to deal with it. So, 2005-2006 season, Sheffield United played Coventry, and 𝗍𝗫 was a goal scorer on that day. Sheffield United won 2-1. Where did 𝗍𝗫 score? Did he score at the away end, the home end, or did he score twice in both ends?
Do you know what? I can remember one of them really, really vividly. Because it's not actually that long since I actually watched the kind of season review on the promotion season. It's a great watch, that one. And I know he scored 1 at the Kop end. So and that was, I think that was just before half time. So I'm going to say that he scored 1 at each end.
Ooh,
okay. It is not the answer we were looking for, Callum. Has he given an assist to Jono coming in for the steal?
I mean, I haven't got a clue. He's very confident he scored at the Kop end, so I'm just gonna say he scored 1 at the Kop end.
He did indeed score 1 at the Kop end, and there were plenty in chat who had seen this one and picked it out. Maybe they've watched the season review that you saw as well, Callum. Difficult question, but yes, it was at the Kop end. And I do think that most of 𝗍𝗫's memorable goals were at the Kop end. Yeah. I'm thinking Leeds in the Cup, definitely at the Kop end, and an absolute peach. So Jono's now got quite a healthy lead. I make it 8-5 in his favour, with question 12 also going to him. We're moving forward a bit to the 2008-2009 season. Sheffield United versus Charlton. Stephen Quinn scored for United that day. Did he score at the away end, at the home end, or did he get more than 1 goal and score at both ends?
See, straight away, I can't remember Quinny getting doubles. I might be wrong. Trying to picture the game and the goals, and I can't. This round isn't good for me. It's not one that's jumping out. I'm gonna say 1 goal, away end.
Ooh,
missed.
Not correct. He did not get his goal at the away end. What do you think, Callum? You're down to a 50-50 shot. Where are you leaning?
I'm just going to check one thing, because I remember one season we played Charlton quite soon after, and I can't remember. So was this the FA Cup game or the league? Just not sure if you're able to give us that. But I remember one season we played Charlton really close together, and I think Quinny scored in both of those games.
I'm going to throw it out there, Callum. It's the one that they won 3-1.
Yeah, and that's the thing I can't remember. We rarely win a game 3-1 these days.
I think it was the league game, because I think there were a lot of FA Cup ones that popped up, and I don't think I opted for the FA Cup ones.
No, but okay, yeah, because I just the years sound about right, but I'm going to go for 1 at the Kop end.
1 at the Kop end. He takes it back. He gets himself back in the game. He's correct. This was an absolute peach of a free kick scored at the Kop end.
Yeah, that's right.
A very Stephen Quinn on-brand moment, it feels, that one. He did like just knocking in a cheeky little free kick just on the edge of the box. That'll do for me. We could do with that right now, couldn't we? So, question 13, and back to you, Callum. This is your question. 2011-12, again, getting slightly more recent. Sheffield United played Bournemouth at Bramall Lane, and Sheffield United won 2-1. Ched Evans was a goal scorer for Sheffield United that day, but did he score at the home end, the away end? Did he get both goals and score at both ends?
I mean, with how many Ched was scoring that season, it could be any of them, couldn't it? Really.
This is exciting.
Do you know what? I'm just gonna, obviously Johnny's already ahead anyway, but I'm just gonna go for it. I think Ched got both goals.
Oh, it's not the answer we were looking for, Callum. So we do jump over to Jono, and this just feels like the round of steals where everybody's picking up those 2 pointers. No pressure, Jono. Where did Ched Evans score?
See, this round is not good. It's literally just guessing. Top end.
It was not the Kop end. He got it at the away end. The steal goes untaken.
Gaza steals.
Gaza always knows. I do think if we were keeping track for those in the comments, Gaza would be ahead, because I feel as though every time I look at the chat, I'm like, oh, Gaza's got that one. So fair play to Gaza.
I did ever think about people in the comments, but they could just Google it. So yeah, we can't really do that.
But I trust Sheffield United fans. We're an honest bunch. We're not cheaters. We don't go out of our way. We don't dive or any of that.
I knew you were going to say that.
In our Premier League. We play properly over here. None of that going down easy. We're not doing it.
We don't eat sandwiches in front of match officials. You know.
Oh, look at that. Kick Callum out for that joke. Immediately didn't like that joke, Callum, so you can get out.
So, question 14, Ollie.
Question 14. Even numbered questions go to Jono. I've got a system at last to remember who I actually have to talk to. So, Jono, this one, I think of this round, and once again, I can only apologise to Callum. I think this is the easiest question of the goals round. 2017-18 season, Sheffield United beat Wolves 2-0. Leon Clark scored that day for Sheffield United. Did he get 1 goal? Did he get 2 goals? Did he score at the home end, the away end, or did he get them at both?
I think he got both. I think he scored both goals. He scored early on towards the away ends. I think he scored in both. I'm going to go for both.
He's correct. He's got it. And he's finally, someone's taken their own question on the goals round. This end, that end, or both. It was indeed, I think it was early. They had a man sent off, didn't they? Penalty, did he get at theirs? And then Ruben Neves missed a pen right at the end. Good game. Remember it well. Thought we were going to win championship that day. But that went well. So, coming to Callum for our most recent goal of this quiz. 2021, to be honest, the way we're playing at the minute, it feels like our most recent goal, never mind just the most recent of this quiz. Sheffield United played West Brom, again at Bramall Lane. 𝗵𝗍𝗱 scored for Sheffield United. We apparently don't know what the score was, but did Billy score at the away end, the home end, or at both ends is the question. Figure out the score for yourself, everybody watching at home.
If I'm right in thinking the game, it was the Kop end that Billy scored at.
Oh, and I feel for you. I do, but it's not right to take the points. So the question passes over to Jono. He's already got a 2-point lead. Is it soon going to be a 4-point lead?
See, I would nod in there going, yeah, it was Kop. So it obviously weren't. So it's got to be away end.
Also incorrect.
We got both. He must, Jono,
if you knew that it was Kop, then that means both, surely.
Oh, yeah.
I presume we mean they get the 2-1 game, don't we, on that one?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. By the way, me and Ollie have been through this quiz before we come live, and Ollie never mentioned that there wasn't a score in this. And then Ollie just went and threw me under the bus then. So, Ollie, anything?
What you forget, Nick, is that I was so focused on my character work in our prep earlier and playing the creepy pervert answering questions that I forgot that I needed to actually check the questions. You know, you've got to think about these things.
Oh, dear. Well, we're going into the fourth and final round. So this is all about the Sheff United way. And I'm going to be a quizmaster for this one. Number 16, I think that goes to Jono, am I right?
Even numbers go to Jono.
Even numbers to Jono. So here we go. First question. What year did I first upload a Blades video on this channel? Was it 2016 or was it 2017?
Tell you what, we've made it easy for Steele on this, haven't we?
Yeah, true.
I was going to say, I think the last couple of days you were talking about your recent change from FIFA to Blades. And I should have paid a bit more attention for how long ago it was. No, it wouldn't be that. 16.
It is 16. He takes the points.
Nick, you've got to tell us what was the video and you've got to share the clip afterwards.
I will share the clip in the comments. So this was, I think, Chris Morgan's testimonial match, and I videoed Gary Sinclair taking a penalty and scoring it. That was the clip. It was about a 45-second clip. So if you want to watch it, I'll leave it in the comments. What score are we on, Ollie?
It's a big lead now for Jono. He is 3 points clear with only 4 questions left to go. I make it 10-7, but to be honest, I monitored the gap more than the specific score. So somebody might correct me in chat. I think it's 10-7 to Jono. Right,
here we go. Question number 17. When did this channel change from the In Good Nick channel to the Sheff United Way channel in 2019 or 2020? God, get my words out.
It's pressure, this.
He needs to get it right. That's it.
Needs to get it right. And obviously, you said it's easy for the Steele anyway. So I've always thought that you named the channel, obviously, especially after the song was sang at the
very good,
the promotion party by. So I'm going because I'm just trying to remember that year, but I can't remember obviously how long after that night you changed the name.
Yeah.
So because both are around, quite close together, but do you know what? I'll go for the first one like Jono did, 2019. See, I knew I should have gone with my gut. 2020. Dear me. I thought it was too late. I thought, no, he's going to have changed it literally as soon as that clip came out.
That broke my heart, that. It really did.
That's caused a lot of pain to his ear.
And as you can see on screen, the logo is there. It's terrible. I know it is, but established 2020.
And that's why I should always wear my glasses when we're doing stream. But there we go.
No, I've only just put it up on screen, so I would have been that guy.
There was a little bit of a surprise though for anybody who has got the Sheff United Way mug, and obviously, Callum, it does feel as though you might be getting one shortly, rather than what you were looking for. But Lee and our eagle-eyed viewers have noticed that it is on the mugs and all of the different merchandise that you might be able to pick up.
I just thought to myself, you know what? 2020 just looks better as well. So I should have just gone with that. Oh dear.
Oh, it hurts. But Jono, do you want to steal? What do you think? Any tension?
Could it be 2020?
It's a long way back now at sort of 12-7. It's a long way back. It's doable.
Is it?
You can draw. If Jono gets his question wrong, Callum gets them all right, and the steals, he can still draw. There are 5 points on offer for Callum at this point. So Jono,
if I pull this back now, it'll be better than Huddersfield's comeback in the penalty shootout in the League One playoff final. So
I'm still not ready for that. Here we go then. Question number 18, Jono. Who was the first player we interviewed on this channel? Was it Paul Devlin or was it Wayne Quinn?
So I have watched both. I promise you, I've watched both.
Good man. They were really close together.
Yeah.
And I got this wrong on a recent podcast we did when Nick asked me this question and I panicked and got it wrong.
So I have listened to all the podcasts as well. Promise.
Oh, what a guy. Well, you should be able to get this then, surely, Jono.
You think you're going to get this wrong, doesn't it? I'm going to go Devlin.
It's Devlin. It is Devlin.
He's won this year. He can start his planning. He can think about what style he wants. Does he want a Bentleys? Does he want awards? Does he want this season's to remember what has been such a fantastic and memorable year? You know, he gets all the options. But we're playing for pride now, Callum. We're playing for pride. I've always been on your side. I picked you out for question 1, which apparently was a punishment rather than a help. We'll see where we go. But come on then, Nick. Let's round this off. Question 19.
Question 19. Which Sheff United Way former player interview has the most views? Is it David McGoldrick or is it 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 again? That's another tough one again, because obviously Anel's like a big top player for the club, but obviously 𝗬𝗍𝗍 is just absolutely beloved as well. So that's really again both quite close in numbers.
Yeah. I kind of feel though was 𝗬𝗍𝗍's after he'd left the club. Is that correct? Or
correct.
that's what's pushing me more towards him right now, because obviously it was after he'd left. So again, that's another tough one. I mean, credit to Jono as well, because I would have gone Devlin as well on that one. So credit to him for getting that one right.
You would have gone for it as well if he'd have gone for Wayne Quinn. So
well, of course, yeah, exactly, yeah. If I'd have had the question, yeah, I'd have gone for Devlin myself. I'm going to go 𝗬𝗍𝗍.
Yeah, he's got
there
the point.
Bit of pride back there.
Yeah, 𝗬𝗍𝗍 12,000 views, Anel 11,000 views.
What we have learned more than anything else through this quiz is that you have got to trust your gut, Callum. I've seen you think yourself out of so many answers, and it cost you. It's cost you today. That
I nearly did it with the first goal of the season as well. Like I thought to myself, no, we didn't score any goals until we played Everton at home.
Yeah,
but then I've done it all quiz.
Indeed, but for what it's worth, 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 to.
Sign up to be a patron. Sign up to be a patron. No one will want to take you on at the quiz at all.
He'll be winning that share, definitely, definitely. It might even be Ollie if Ollie went in for it, because to be fair, you taught yourself out of answers as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm scandalous for it. Whenever I try and do a quiz, I am a nervous wreck that immediately thinks he's too clever to get questions wrong and therefore gets them all wrong.
And you know what? I messaged Nick after you did that quiz. I was screaming at him. I was like, put it in the chat. It's really easy when you're in the chat, and you know, until you're in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, who wants a millionaire? This into when the lights come down.
Pressure the studio lights. It's doing it.
That's it. Now, question 20, Jono, to round it off, and who knows, Callum may be able to steal here. Who was the last player we interviewed on this channel? Was it Simon Moore, or was it Kian Bryan, as he told Hal his first name was pronounced?
I think it's Brian.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
Is it right, Ollie?
It is correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
There we go.
Finished it off in style.
The champion signing off with a peach of a moment there. So he will be able to sort out his shirts that will get sorted for you. So that can come around as soon as you can. But Gaza, on question 20.
Oh,
he's thrown it away.
19 right.
Thrown it away at the death. Oh, God. That was really, really enjoyable. I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy it, lads?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, it was brilliant. Some good questions in there.
Yeah, they were let us know in the comments what you think to the rounds. We might do something very, very similar next time if anybody else wants to get involved. If you want to be part of this quiz, all you have to do is sign up to our Patreon and you will be in with a chance of winning a shirt. Or it might be something else next time. Oh, it's something even better. It might be a season. No, it's not going to be a season ticket. It will be a shirt again. It will be a shirt again. I'm just trying to find where it is. There we are. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Sheff United Way. Also, obviously, if you don't want to join our Patreon, you can continue to enjoy these quizzes. We're going to continue them because we really enjoy them anyway. And unfortunately, Jono isn't allowed back in, but Callum can still enter to see if he can win that shirt. So it will be a ballot within the Patreon members in our chat. So get down in the comments, click on that Patreon link, sign up to Patreon, and you could be one of our quiz winners, just like Jono. Thank you very much, Ollie.
Thanks very much, Nick. Really enjoyed that. I always love a good quiz, and I hope that everybody else has enjoyed it as well. I think we get a bit fed up sometimes of just doing 20-minute videos where we have to complain about how bad we are. So it's nice to break it up, have a bit of a laugh, and just have a bit of a chat, and remember some of the good times, like when we actually scored goals at both ends of Bramall Lane.
Very, very good. Thanks, Callum. Thanks, Jono, and we will see you very, very soon.
Cheers, lads.